right product concept around it. It has to be different, it has to be unique, it has to touch on those consumer buttons that are so critical. But we know that people want the types of products that we have to deliver. And you can see we have this history of creating products that are unique and different. Going back all the way to the gels, we launched those in 2008, I think was the first launch for ageLOC gels, and then the ageLOC version of the Magnetic Spa, the Body Spa Transformation, and then Tier 90. So you can see this pipeline of products that has come your way since the insights developed around ageLOC, the ageLOC concept. So I think other companies would be very, very hard pressed to say that they have a history of innovation over such a short period of time as we do. So the key message here today is we don't just have one phenomenal product to share with you, we have two. And initially Y-Span in Southeast Asia, which by the way is performing fantastic, and we couldn't be more pleased that you're pleased with the product. And we're getting just phenomenal stories about the way this product is impacting people's lives. And what's interesting about these stories is they're kind of, they're very broad in terms of the benefits people talk about. This person feels more energy, this person feels better recovery when they work out, this person's knees don't hurt anymore. I mean, it's all kinds of different things, which tells me something about the product. Now, Joe talked about on Thursday, do you remember the key word that he talked about on Thursday with respect to Y-Span? Systemic. Okay? This is a product that is systemic throughout the body, affects all the body systems through those aging defense mechanisms. And then with respect to ageLOC Me, if you think about the consumer trends that we targeted with ageLOC Me and the ability to be customized, customization is such a huge trend in the marketplace, but it also has to be convenient, easy to use, and all of those things. So these two products seriously do just what this slide says, they reinvent categories. There's nothing on the market like ageLOC Y-Span. There's nothing on the market like ageLOC Me. You all have a tremendous advantage over the competition right now with the introduction of these two new products. Now I realize that you're not going to have ageLOC Me for a while, but early next year you're going to start to, I think, get some opportunity to try it and sample it. And then your biggest challenge will be to try and figure out what you want to talk about because they're both phenomenal. So once again, the idea of unlocking these aging defense mechanisms, these things that are inside us already, protect our systems and our organs and our brain, like Joe showed you, and the way that it controls inflammation, which is this process throughout the body, and all of those things, these aging defense mechanisms, we know how to unlock them, to reinvigorate them in such a way that they work the way they were intended, the way they need to work long term. And this idea of Y-Span refers to youth span. So we don't want to talk about lifespan. We don't just want to live a long time. We want to live, right? We want to live the life we want to live. So this idea of our youth span being extended, the ability to live life on our terms, the way we want to, without constraints, with confidence. That's what this product is about. And that's what it does. That's what you're telling us anyway. It's unique, it looks different, and it feels different. Now, with respect to ageLOC Me, there's something about using products out of jars and bottles that we've been doing for a long time, right? In fact, I would argue that people have been using personal care products out of jars or bottles since the Egyptians, right? The Egyptians used product like this. People have been using things out of jars and bottles forever, it seems. So we felt the time was ripe to really bring this into the 21st century and to create a new experience, something that people had never experienced before in the way they use these products together. And that's what we've done. Yeah, not much has changed since my grandma used products like this. We don't want to convey that kind of message, do we? So ageLOC Me is about the convergence of these consumer trends. All of these, you're all aware of these. You experience these every day in other products that you buy. So the idea of technology we talk about, the idea of customization, of course anti-aging, and then finally it has to be easy. If the customization process around something is difficult or hard, then we don't want to do it. Then the benefits of the customization are outweighed by the pain and suffering that we go through to get customized products. So it's got to have them all, and then in the middle of this, we create this brand new experience of using products in a totally different way than we've ever used them before. And that's where the magic happens. So that's why we say this is like something you've never seen, felt, or even imagined. Steve Jobs famously hated focus groups because he didn't believe that someone in a focus group could tell him what he was capable of creating, because he didn't think that they'd even imagined it yet. And when we explained this concept to people in focus groups, and then we actually showed them how it worked, they said the same thing. They said, this is way different than what I imagined when you first told me this concept. This is far beyond that. And when they experience it, when we give them, we did many home user trials. And during these home user trials, people would tell us, this is so different, you know. I use my products more consistently, it's so much easier. The thing reminds me when I forget, and it reminds me if I have to reorder. It's a learning device. All of these things, all these little experiences add up to be something very, very different in terms of the way consumers use the product. And I can tell you that, you know, during this market research, we had to take the device back at some point in time. That wasn't easy because they didn't want to give it back, really. And my wife was the worst. She wouldn't give that thing back, and I had to take it back. And finally, I had to take it when she wasn't home. So people love it. They get used to it, and I don't know. You'll experience this, but men particularly love it because what do men like? They're just easy. Just don't bother me with the details. I just want it to do what it's supposed to do, and then I'm on for my day. So men love this thing. It's fantastic. Smart, simple, and customized. That's what ageLOC is. There's a ton of complexity and engineering and everything that went on behind the scenes to create such a simple and intuitive user experience. And it was hard, it was long. And Patty talked about the long hours and the grind, you know, to get to the top of that mountain. And it's true, we go through the same thing. There were many technical challenges associated with this product and ageLOC Lifespan, I might add, that we had to overcome. And it required many new types of innovations to overcome. Like those packages you see, there's never been a package created like that before. You might not think about it, but it's very difficult to dispense things upside down. Because these packages are upside down, they drop out, right? Anyway, I won't get into it, but a ton of new engineering expertise, lots of patents. The way that the serums come together, for example, enables us to deliver far more combinations of regimens than if we just have one serum. In addition to that, the serums, if we tried to put all these active ingredients into a single bottle, it wouldn't have been possible. So dividing them into 3 enables us not only to deliver more combinations and more customization, more personalization for you, but it also enables us to deliver more active ingredients, and that means better results for all of you. So, innovation and differentiation, that's the crowning jewel on top of that perfect location, that strategic location, and those strong walls to create that competitive advantage so that you can go out with confidence and know that you're talking with people about something that the competition just, it's unassailable. They can't touch it. So you talk about the science behind ageLOC Youth, the 30 years of research that LifeChain and other scientists have done into the science of gene expression and how aging is related to gene expression and how those genes can be influenced to think they're younger than they really are. I mean, what other product is out there like that? And not only that, but the product, you can feel it. When you've used it for a while, right? You can feel what the product does. How many have had a personal experience with Lifespan, the way it makes them feel? Yeah, absolutely. It makes us feel like we want to feel. So, you have an embarrassment of riches. There's so many opportunities that you will have over the next 2 to 3 years to share these products with the world. And we're just so happy that you're able to do things that are so impressive to us. You're able to talk to people in a way that I can never talk to people and share the heart of who you are. Like Patty said, the heart of the company, right? That's what you're sharing. because that's what people respond to. They're not responding to the technical this and that and the science, and we don't want you to be Joe. Joe's done his work so that you can talk about the emotion of these products to people and how they're going to transform lives, because that's in the end what we do, right? We transform lives not just through products, that's part of it, but the products are really just the engine for the Ferrari. People want the Ferrari, right? They want that experience. They want to create a life for themselves that they define on their own terms, whatever perfect life means for them. Nu Skin is a transformational opportunity that changes lives. And I hope that these products will help you get out there and share that message like never before, in a way that you can set higher goals than ever before. We set the highest goals we'd ever set for these products in terms of what we were trying to achieve technically so that we could deliver benefits that have never been delivered before. We set high goals. You have to set high goals too, and you can achieve them. So I appreciate you letting me come today and spend a few minutes. I'm sure I went over my time.